Here's a brief summary to describe the FinancialMappers software. We're going to look at what it is, how it works, who it's for, and why it's needed. So firstly, what is FinancialMappers? It's a software tool that allows the user to create a detailed financial plan for up to 30 years into the future. This plan can be for the pre- or post-retirement phases of life, or a combination of these, so it can manage investing as well as income drawdowns. It includes all of the parameters we need to use for the modelling of possible future outcomes of investing, lending and spending decisions. We can enter our estimates for all of the parameters that affect our investment returns and expenses, including inflation, capital growth rates, income yield rates, loan interest rates, salary increases, management fees, etc. We enter all of our current financial information, including our personal cash flow and investments. This includes our current salary and how and when we expect that to change over the planned time period, our personal borrowing, that is consumer borrowing that's not related to investments, our budget or planned spending on our personal lifestyle, a decision we make about how much of our net salary we'll use for investing for each year of the planned time period, our current superannuation contributions, either employer-funded or via a self-managed super fund, and how they'll vary during the planned time period, our current assets held, as well as what assets we plan to purchase and when we plan to purchase them and for how much. After entering our current details and our investment or drawdown strategy details, we hit the button and the software gets to work. It uses everything we've specified in order to work out the annual cash flows and balances of our investing and/or drawdown decisions. It calculates the growth of assets over time and the shrinking of loans as we pay them down. It shows us detailed numbers and graphs for what happens in every year of the planned time period. It also shows when our plan isn't going to work because we've been too optimistic about spending levels, so that we can adjust it and pull it out of fantasy land into a sustainable, workable plan. When we see the cash flow and growth results of our decisions, we can then make better decisions to fine-tune the plan, maybe changing the timing of asset purchases or sales, or the classes of assets bought and sold. We can decide to pay down loans faster or slower, or adjust which sources of income we'll utilise in retirement for a better overall position. Every single plan adjustment we make then impacts the rest of the plan, and after hitting the button again we can instantly see the effects on everything else in the plan. We can set targets for a level of net worth and income that we want for our retirement and test whether the plan we've created meets those targets. We can keep adjusting our plan so that it does meet our targets. This really takes the guesswork out of our strategy decisions. Of course, life doesn't always pan out the way we expect, so our plan will need to be adjusted for reality as we move through the actual time period. However, that's what modelling is, calculating future outcomes of expected parameters. Until we can time travel and see the actual future, modelling is our best option. So let's take a look at the outcomes we have from using FinancialMappers. We have a long-term, detailed plan to follow. So this is like a blueprint. We take actions each year that we decided in our plan and watch the results unfold. We have a realistic and highly tailored plan that's been tested for robustness using various modelling parameters. We can see the results with a highly visual representation of them. There are numerous screen displays and printable reports in numerical and graphical format to cater for the various preferences of data comprehension. The plan dashboard shows the levels of important elements of our plan as we move a slider along the years of our plan. We have a highly accurate financial plan. It's very accurate because of all of the detailed elements that can be entered, which allow finely tuned calculations. For example, it calculates our tax payable and employer superannuation payable and deducts these where necessary to show our net personal and investing cash flow situations. Advisors using the software with their clients have a powerful tool to show how the created plan will actually meet their clients' objectives. It's all right there in front of their eyes. Now, just a bit of information on the mechanics of how it works. It's not an app. It's too complex and full-featured for that. It's cloud-based software, which the user has an account with an annual fee. It's hosted on an Australian server with data encryption, virtually round-the-clock uptime, and a continuous backup facility. This means all your work is secure and protected. There's no connection with real bank or investment accounts necessary. Your privacy is assured. This is future modelling software, and the budget and investment information entry is current as well as that planned for the future. It's coded in a Microsoft.NET framework using an SQL database and interfaced through ASP.NET. The front-end interface is written using JavaScript. There's full documentation including user tutorials, testing protocols, and future enhancements and updates. Now, who is FinancialMappers for? It's for advisors and consumers. That is, people who are self-directed investors or proactive about managing their finance as well. Advisors can be either financial planners, mortgage brokers or accountants, self-managed super fund managers, or non-self-managed super fund superannuation fund managers. The Pro version of FinancialMappers has the distinguishing feature of allowing shared access of a FinancialMappers account between the advisor and their client. This allows collaboration and easy information exchanges between the two parties. Higher accuracy and more detailed communication ultimately means a higher quality of financial plan in terms of its appropriateness to meet the client's objectives. FinancialMappers really allows the advisor to know their client and truly look after their best interests. Consumers who are proactive investors and money managers can also use the non-pro version, simply called FinancialMappers. FinancialMappers was originally designed for the consumer, so it has educational information and help that's aimed at their level. This now allows self-directed investors access to a powerful planning tool which makes their forward planning much easier than it has ever been before. Why is FinancialMappers needed? How is it different to other products out there? It's very comprehensive in the amount and type of information it handles and the period of time it covers. It allows the creation of an entire investing or retirement income management plan with the effect on the whole plan adjusted when any one single element or parameter is adjusted. For example, if we decide to pay an investment property loan off just a little faster, adjusting the payment amount per month, the effect on cash flow and the value of other investments for every year after that can be instantly seen. Or we can adjust other loan features such as their payment terms, interest rates or payment frequencies and see how that affects the plan outcomes. We can change the expected growth rates of shares, property, managed funds and see what effect that has on each year of our plan and our final total asset value at the end of the planned time period. We can adjust when we purchase or sell assets and see how those transactions impact our investing or retirement cash flow and position. For retirement plans, we can manipulate the timing and amounts of drawdowns or asset sales to provide the desired retirement income. One of the wonderful features of FinancialMappers is that it shows virtually all future amounts in present value, so that even though the program is applying inflation to the future amounts calculated, it then converts those amounts back to dollars of today. That's what present value means, so that the numbers all make quantitative sense to us. So for example, when it shows the value of our retirement account, that is superannuation, as being $500,000 in 25 years' time, that means $500,000 in today's dollar value. The actual dollar amount in 25 years will be much higher, but because of inflation, that higher dollar value then will be worth the same as $500,000 today. There's a very comprehensive array of reports available, too many to list in a short overview. And there are reports within reports too. Certain reports also guide the user to ask themselves questions about their strategy. Other reports show areas of their strategy that could do with some attention, such as personal insurance coverage adequacy and debt servicing ratios. Where else can you set a target for your net worth inside and outside of superannuation, your future home value, your future asset allocation, and future real rates of investment returns, and then test whether your multi-yeared plan is likely to meet those targets? This is an extremely valuable and distinctive feature of FinancialMappers. So in conclusion, FinancialMappers is the financial planning tool for you to map your financial journey. And using this tool over the years of your journey will enable you to reach your desired financial destination.